Just like this casual.
Yeah. And do I get to look at you or do I look at what?
We look at both.
Okay, great. Great.
Hi, you guys, and welcome to Time to Process. This happened to me last week too. I feel like I need to move the camera a little bit.
Hey.
Now that I sat down. Just a tiny hair.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
You guys, I am here. This is Ashley. You go by Ernst now, right?
At work, I go
I
by
know,
my
because
maiden
I was
name.
going to say,
Yeah.
At work, you go by your maiden name, and then I think with me, you go by your married name.
Yeah, sure do.
Which I love. Ashley is a dear friend. I do her hair, but how long have I been doing it now?
Since 2018.
Oh,
6?
Yeah, 6
and
years.
a half.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I did not realize it had been that long.
Never looked better.
And actually, guys, this is like,
This
is 10 weeks.
Does everybody know she took the summer off?
Took the summer off and it looks that good already.
Looks that good?
Well, not already. It still looks that good.
Yep.
You're just a babe anyway.
Yeah, somebody's got to do it.
Okay, but we met because my cousin Tara worked with you at Chabooks.
Yep.
And she guided you my way. When I met Ashley, you had just moved here from New York. Your hair was so long. So long.
Yep.
And it was blonde though.
Yeah.
But I just we cut it, a few years ago, and we've never looked back.
Never looked back. No. I have children.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
So this is the absolute longest it will go. It's too long.
Yes.
It's too much work.
It's too long right now.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
We really should. Actually, I need you to send me maybe I already have it. Your headshot from work. Last year, right? Because remember how you showed up and everyone was like, wow. And because you had literally just come from the salon.
Just from the salon.
And you were looking sharp.
A little cut and color right before my headshot.
Yes, yeah. I know. It's so perfect. I need to post that because it really was so good. Okay, so that's how I know you, but give me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah.
Great.
Where did you grow Thanks for having me.
I know, I'm so excited.
I don't know what I'm doing, so for everybody watching, you can do this too.
Yes.
If I can do this, you can do this.
Every single person that has sat in my chair has already said that.
Oh my gosh.
I have no idea what I'm doing. Where do I look? What do I do with my hands? I'm just act like we're hanging
first
out.
off, we're matching. So
I
just
know.
wanted to make sure we pointed that out. I think our nails are both red. It's what we do.
Literally. And look at your cute shoes.
And my cute shoes. Yep.
I did a little fit check earlier, but I'm wearing espadrilles today. Espadrilles are still in, right?
So espadrilles are classic.
I
will die on that hill.
I've had these for years.
I will die on that hill. Anybody that tells me espadrilles are out, they are out.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are out.
They are. That person is out. Espadrilles always in.
I totally agree with you.
Yes.
Okay. Really, but quickly.
Yeah.
Where did you grow up? What's a quick
the
synopsis of your life?
I'll give you the elevator pitch of
my life.
elevator
pitch.
Okay, perfect. I grew up in California, the central part, not the exciting
not southern,
part.
Not the exciting part.
No, but surprisingly enough, a lot of people know where Modesto is.
Oh, it's because there's that kids show about right?
I have no idea. I think just people know people.
Where it has the blob in it and the girl
oh my gosh! I feel like I should know this.
Yeah, I'm gonna think about it, but I know 100% that's where it happens.
Well, Modesto. Yep. So, lived there until high school.
Okay.
Moved to Delaware.
Oh, I don't recommend. Think I knew that.
Don't recommend.
I feel like Delaware is not the place I would want to be.
It was not the place we wanted to be.
Okay.
Although my brother does still live there. He did marry. He did get married. So it's good for him.
Yes.
For the rest of the family, we left him as soon as possible.
Okay. So did you graduate high school in Delaware?
Graduated high school in Delaware, and then I went to Penn State.
Yes, go Penn
Main
State.
Main campus. Ooh. We are Penn State. Yeah, okay, great. Good job, everyone.
I wish I know the chant. I would say it.
Yeah, it's just we are Penn State. It's great.
Oh, we are Penn State.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
And my parents dropped me off at college.
Yes.
And moved the next day to Germany. That's how much I dislike Delaware.
Why have I not talked about this with your mom?
Do
her mom's hair too. She's the best. Love Julie.
Yeah, dropped me off at college at my dorm room, and they promptly moved the next day.
To Germany? For your dad's job?
For my dad's job. They wanted to get out of Delaware, and it was open, and they were like, well,
sure.
Why not?
Because it's across the world?
Yeah. Okay. It was great. I would actually move to Germany. Germany, loved.
Okay.
Loved it.
I mean,
Great place.
My aunt and uncle lived there for years, and it's beautiful.
They were outside of Frankfurt in this cute little town.
Oh.
Literally would move back to Germany tomorrow.
Like
Love
cobblestone streets?
Cobblestone streets, coffee shops, tiny little pasta places. You get on your bike, you go for a bike ride, you stop at a good old bar, you have a beer, and you keep riding home. Like, it's incredible. Yeah, it's a really good time.
It sounds like a book.
It's like a book. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay.
So they were there for 2 years.
Okay.
And then they moved.
Actually a great amount of time.
It was a great amount of time. They were supposed to be there a little longer, but business.
Life. Yes.
Life.
Perfect.
It's fine.
Perfect. Yes.
And then they moved to Pennsylvania. My brother and I were both at Penn State at the time, and they wanted to get in-state tuition. Logical move.
Oh my gosh. Totally smart.
To move to Pennsylvania.
Do you get that like immediately, or do you have to live there for a year though?
No, you get it immediately when you're moving with Procter and Gamble. They'd figure it out.
I got what you're saying.
They pull strings. Yes. They know how to do things.
Yes.
So,
well, because isn't that what one of their main hubs is, Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Okay. So Procter and Gamble.
Procter and Gamble, yeah. So ended up in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I finished school there, which was awesome. Penn State was the best.
I know. You had the greatest time.
I had the greatest time. Greatest time.
Such a fun
experience.
And you just 4 years? Did you do it, or did you do
it quicker? I did 4 years. I double majored in 4 years with no overlapping credits.
My gosh.
Yeah, I worked hard.
Did you have a job? Or
no,
were you
my
not
job.
Able to work?
I was not able to work.
I would say because there's no way you would be able to. Okay, so what are your degrees in?
I have a Bachelor of Science in Marketing, Business Marketing.
Yes, what she's wicked good at.
And then I have a Bachelor of Arts in Advertising.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. 2 different colleges. It was fun. Or like schools within Penn State. So it was a good time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Most people don't.
In my episode last week, which hasn't come out yet, but I talked to my friend Emily, who's an advisor at BYU.
Yeah, it's
tough.
And
I'm like, how do you figure that out when you're 18?
Well, and
19, 20 even.
I mean, I don't know how it is now because it's been a minute since I've been in college.
Yes.
But
I mean,
I had to, too. It doesn't look like it.
You do look very young.
But you had to apply into a college at that time at Penn State. So one of their schools within the college you had to actually apply into to get accepted. Really? You couldn't just go in without any idea of what you were doing.
Okay.
Yeah. So I went in with business marketing because it was hard to get into, and I was like, let's give it a go.
Yeah.
And when I got in, I was like, I really like this, but like I think I like advertising more, but I did not want to leave.
Which is so interesting though, because I feel like they're so cohesive. I mean, just like that's crazy that they're 2 totally different programs, because marketing State, and advertising literally seems like the exact same program.
You would think so. They're wildly different.
Really?
Yeah. One is very like business analytics, look at the data, learn your customer, dive into their habits, their likes, their dislikes, all that kind of stuff. And then the advertising part is all the creative stuff. How do you take that information and translate it into the right message for the right people to get them to do what you want them to do?
I need your help.
Girl, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Literally here.
I know you are literally here.
Yeah.
You're literally my 6th person.
Yeah.
This is early stages.
Early stages.
So
we'll do it again. We'll do it again in a year.
Well, this is the other thing I keep telling everyone too. I'm like, I'm just going to recycle the same people every quarter because you guys have so much to offer.
So much to talk about.
That's what I keep saying. I'm like, I like the best people.
Also why when we go get our hair done, there's always things to talk about.
Oh my gosh. I know. I said this to one of my other clients a couple weeks ago too, because I'm like, because she came, the one that works at Mixers.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, no, I literally like don't book people while you're processing because I want to talk to you. And I know that we have so much to talk about. And so it's not an option.
It's not an option.
It's not an option.
No.
I know.
No,
okay.
It's great.
Okay. So that's a quick rundown. You're married, has 2 kids.
Yeah. Oh, we forgot the fact that I lived in New York City for 10 years.
Oh, and that too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's
after school. I somehow in 2009.
Yes.
Nobody was getting jobs. And I got one. In New York.
Oh, yes, because, the market had just crashed in 2008.
Market had just crashed.
Oh, my God.
So I was prepared to lay on my parents' couch for as long as necessary.
Yes. Yes.
And then, 3 months after I graduated, I was kind of handed a job, which was kind of nice. I mean, handed. I had to go to career fairs. Those are a thing. You should do those.
Yes, I actually have heard amazing things about
and they contacted me out of the blue. Somebody, one of the companies I had met at a career fair, and they said, hey, if you're looking for a job, we're hiring in a very, like, we're not advertising it because we don't want a bunch of people coming in.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think I had to do 4 in-person interviews in New York City, which was fun.
Yeah. Well, what is that from where you were at in Pennsylvania, though?
It was
like an hour?
Like
a train ride?
Yeah, we would drive to the Newark train station and then take
to Newark. Okay.
Yeah, and then take the train in. So it was probably 3 hours.
3 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking trip. It was more a day trip for sure, but I was thinking more like just 45 minutes one way. But no, it's a lot.
Yeah, and bless my dad, he took off. He would take off work and take me, which was so nice.
Him. Yeah, he is the best.
And then we would eat Mexican food for lunch after my interviews. It was a great time.
But like that's something you'll always remember.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No.
It's awesome. I do want to get into like all the nitty-gritty about like all of that.
Let's do it.
Okay, but let me hurry and do
we gotta do your segment.
I know, just really quick.
Let's see if I know any of these things.
Well, let's do a quich life update, you guys. I go back to work next week.
The kids go back to school. I can't wait. I see you in 2 weeks.
Wild stuff.
I don't know how summer's already done.
But that's what I mean. It's more like in my mind, I actually can't compute the timing. Because I'm like, I feel like I just left the salon 5 minutes ago. I'm already going back.
Yeah.
But it's like, where has the entire summer gone?
I have no idea. I
haven't been to the reservoir. I haven't taken the kids to the swimming pool, not even once.
Oh, we usually do like sprinklers in the backyard. My kids are little. Sprinklers are fine.
Little. But we even talked about you and I like getting together and like doing something.
Oh, we haven't had lunch.
Yeah, we haven't done lunch. We haven't I was even saying like, let's meet at the reservoir. Let's go to the park, like something. And it has been absolutely bonkers.
It's been bonkers.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what we did.
Yeah. I have no idea.
Don't you feel like summer's getting shorter though?
Oh, it 100% is. The kids go back August 14th.
I know. Well, yeah, my kids go back next Tuesday.
That's crazy town.
I'm like,
we only got out right before Memorial Day.
Yeah. But do you think it's because they have breaks all the time now? Fall break, February break.
Yes, I did hear
March
that actually.
Break.
And Christmas was like 3 weeks.
Christmas was 3 weeks. Christmas was aggressively long.
It was. I love that you say aggressively because it was so long. Like I was like, what are we doing? Get these kids back to school.
And the weather is not nice.
No.
So you're not spending hours outside.
Sat around.
You're in here.
And I was like sick the entire Christmas break last year. Like it was so crummy.
Yeah.
I don't know. And that's where I feel like this summer I've been a chauffeur. That's basically been I've been in the car from like 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day.
Which is also probably what inspired the podcast. You to listen to.
Yes. Except that the podcast that I listen to, I don't want to listen to when my kids are in the car.
Yeah,
and so I'm always like, okay, pick them up, turn it off. And then as soon as I drop them off, turn it back on. So yeah, I'm like 10 minutes here, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes here. I know.
Okay.
It's
one
fabulous.
Day you get through one.
Yeah. But we are in the throes of football season at our house. Mandatory, for 7th grade started because my Milo is in 7th grade. And Dylan is sophomore, high school football. That's wild. Unreal. I know. So we have our like blue and red game, which is like they play each other Friday night, which like literally like tomorrow, I guess today's Thursday, tomorrow night, is like, he's going to be like playing under the lights. Yeah. It's going to be so fun.
You better bring some tissues.
Yeah. Actually, I really think, I know. I'll be like, oh my God, I just can't believe we're here. It is just wild. It is wild. But no, and we're just like in the throes of like thinking like, okay, so-and-so doesn't have a backpack yet. And like, I don't know, just all the last minute things. And also everything costs $1 million right now.
Yeah. I mean, you do know my kids don't even get a backpack.
Oh,
but I had to find something for them to get. So they get water bottles.
Oh, that's cute. What did you get?
Oh, they picked out the same water bottle.
Oh,
because heaven forbid
they have anything that's
different.
I know, they're the cutest. Oh my God.
Same water bottle. The entire water bottle looks like a unicorn.
Of course it does.
And you push its nose to open it.
No.
I kid you not. It's actually so cute.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Is it like a certain brand or just like one of the ones?
It's a certain brand. It's I want to say it's Ello or Ellie, ELLOELLI.
Something like that.
Yeah,
okay.
It's actually really cute.
Let's get the link for that.
Yeah.
I'll, like, post
but I did also,
cute.
I already got, their waterproof stickers ordered.
Yes.
The stamps.
Listen.
The stamp to put in their clothes. Like, don't, you know me. I can't.
I don't.
I'm like, I didn't even get it in the mail yet. I'm feeling behind. I'm like, we are going to have a big weekend this weekend.
Yes. Lots of things. Yes. Labeling. Yeah. No, Ashley really is the best. You think of everything. You always are like 10 steps ahead.
Yeah.
Funnest parties, like most fun outfits. Like oh my gosh, like the unicorn party for,
yeah, I do. That's my Super Bowl.
Yes. Yeah. That's your Super Bowl.
Themed parties. I did have an Olympic party too.
Oh, you did? Yes.
That was actually just for me.
And your nails. I just noticed.
My nails do have the Olympic rings. Yes.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to get a picture of that too.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
We love the Olympics.
I know. That's what we should have thought about that too, because when you were texting me about the Olympic party, I happened upon
an Olympic party
in Provo, and you were like living your best life.
Best life made. I did the crafts. Didn't have my children. It was just for me. Yeah.
Okay. Have you been following it though? Like, what's the rugby girl's name? Alana? Is that how you say it?
Oh, I actually don't know how you say it, but she is my muse.
She is one of my favorite people to follow now.
Yeah. So at the beginning of 2023, I made a vow that I was going to start wearing lipstick when I went to work.
Okay.
And she has reignited
my
desire for that, because I'm like, yes, that is it.
Even like when she's playing rugby.
Yeah, because she's like, why can you not wear lipstick? Why is lipstick this like taboo thing that like strong women can't wear? And I'm like,
no, especially now when there's so many options for like non-smudge or like any like basically a lip stain.
Yes.
She's phenomenal, and her back muscles
hilarious.
I know.
I want to be fit. It also makes me want to be fit again.
Yes,
we'll see.
Like back muscles are going to be the thing next year.
Yeah,
100%. And her fashion choices, she literally could give two craps. Yeah. Like she just wears whatever she wants, but like looks amazing. I mean, she's wearing this like silk dress, and like
to go to a bistro.
Heels. Yes. And like even her I also am like, she has to be doing content like all day long.
All day.
Because, did you see her one? Maybe you didn't, because if you don't follow her, but she was like, "Oh, I cannot eat another piece of cheese and bread."
Oh yeah,
she's in Paris. That's all she has.
And I was like, that's exactly right. You were speaking my language.
I know.
That is the universal language.
Because she knows. She's like, I am not sleeping on wine, cheese, and bread. Yeah. Exactly. I know. I love it. Yes. Love her. Okay. All right. I'm going to quickly go through my favorite things. Please jump in if you have any like advice or anything on here.
I mean, I hope I know any of them.
Because I feel like I did some good basics this week, because last week I feel like some more like special niche.
Yeah. We also know I'm like the least makeup person. I'm like the least frou-frou person.
Yeah, but you do it in such a good way.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Like the whole lipstick thing. Like I feel like I remember when you were wearing lipstick all the time.
Yeah, I didn't wear any sticks. I left it at home.
And you are also super good though at classic pieces.
Yeah,
because you and I both happened to get the exact same leather jacket.
Yes,
our All Saints one. My husband gave it to me for Christmas. And did you get yours for Christmas too, or you just bought it?
No, mine was a push present for my first child, and I got it after the second baby. So it was long overdue.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes.
It is the most amazing. Like I got gold hardware, yours is silver.
Yes.
They're the softest leather. I need to do that jacket as one of my favorite things.
You do. Actually, it's
fantastic.
It's the now number 6 favorite thing today, because it is incredible.
It is incredible.
Honestly, everything they have is incredible.
Yes.
But they're just like classic. Just go for classic. Don't go too trendy. You will use this forever.
And that was my thought, is I was like, I mean, what is it? Like $500, I think. It was, but it's phenomenal. I will literally wear it for 30 years.
30 years.
I hope I wear it.
I can fit into it.
I may be dead. I may be buried in it.
I just might not be able to zip it up, but that's the look. It's fine if you can't zip it up.
Leave it open.
Leave it open.
We don't
Mine's
care.
got the flaps, and so it kind of looks like it's supposed to be
too.
like that.
I love it. Yes. Okay. So we'll add that. That's our 6th favorite thing. Okay. My number 1, aquaphor.
Oh,
do you use aquaphor?
For everything.
It's currently on my lips.
Yeah, aquaphor.
I love it.
For everything. Honestly, I just read something that said, do not use Neosporin on a cut. Use aquaphor.
I know, and I've been saying that for years, and everyone's like, no, that doesn't have like the medication properties in it.
Guess what has the antibiotic or whatever that you need. Your body.
Yes.
Your body can fight it.
Has like the natural like bacitracin or whatever it is.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
So you don't need it.
Yeah. No,
I love aquaphor. My kids,
firm believer.
Tubs in their rooms.
Yes, tubs.
I use it for everything.
Their cheeks when they were little. Cheeks. Bums when they were little. Hands. Like so many things. Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah. I totally agree. So yeah, I use it on my lips constantly. Any dry patches on my face.
I mean, put it on your feet. Go to bed, put it on your feet.
Yes, and
soft
socks
as silk.
too. Yes,
so good.
And the whole I could not remember this word in my first episode, and my sister texted me and was like, "This is how much I want to say slugging." Because I think you can slug. That's like yeah. When you like douse yourself, your face, it's slugging, and it soaks in so much in your skin. It's amazing. It's so good. Okay, this is like totally basic, but my Stanley cup. It's right here.
Yeah. I mean, okay.
I know it's been on the pod multiple times.
I've lost my water. It's behind me.
Where did it go?
It's behind me.
Do you have the...
Oh, here it is.
Okay. Wallow one?
Okay. Here's the thing, though. I have 2 small children.
Yes. Okay. See, in mine, I don't care. Like, mine doesn't get spilled regularly.
I need to be able to throw this underneath the stroller.
Yep, for sure.
And have it not spill.
Yes.
And this is the only one that has the little lock, and it like literally it doesn't spill.
It does. Have you tried the Hydro Jug?
No,
that's also one I haven't tried.
That's also mainly just because I'm too cheap. Hadley says I have too many water bottles,
but also
so I can't get any more.
I don't even. Is that how you say it? Owala.
Is
it a local brand? Is it a Utah based?
You know what? Solid question. No idea.
Okay,
let's see.
We're gonna find out. Does it say on the bottom?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because I feel like there's actually so many brands in Utah that we have no idea about. Like Cozy Earth. No. Did you know that Cozy Earth was Utah based?
Actually, I did know that.
I had no idea. Yeah. I talked about this in the first episode too.
Only people at my company have worked there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And I went to their warehouse sale.
Yeah,
last Christmas.
You hit that. Yeah, that's good.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. Okay. Also, another basic one, Crumbl cookies.
Okay, here's the thing. I like a good quarter Crumbl cookie.
Yes. I don't eat like a whole thing at a time. I only
can have a quarter at a time.
I for sure cut everything up.
Yeah.
But one, I feel like it's the best gift to take to people.
Yes.
I often, because you can buy a single one and it comes in that cute single box.
Yeah, they do the packaging nice.
Yes.
It's the marketing on it. Let's talk about marketing.
Yes.
The marketing on it is really smart.
Yeah.
It's
100%.
Really easy to DoorDash.
Mm-hmm.
It's really easy to just give as a gift. It feels thoughtful.
Well, and when you walk in and you can order it yourself and then they just have it ready for you. Or you can go up and talk to somebody if you have questions.
Yeah.
My only beef, Crumbl, is that I love just the regular milk chocolate chip cookie.
Oh, yeah.
They don't do it every week now. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
So there's some weeks where I'm like, I'm going to have a real hankering for a chocolate chip cookie from Crumbl. And guess what? I get on their freaking app and there's no chocolate chip cookie.
This is a hot take for you.
Yes.
This is a hot take. I got a tip for you.
What is it?
The weeks they have them, order extra and put them in the freezer.
Yes,
because that's what we do.
Smart.
Because we can never eat them that quick in our house.
Yes.
And so we will freeze them, and then you just take it, and if it's a chocolate chip, we just put it right into the oven, warm it up, fresh.
Oven or microwave?
Just oven.
Okay, because it's so crispy. Changing lives.
Yeah, changing lives here. Yeah,
changing lives.
Just freeze it, then you always have one.
That's actually so smart. Yes. But so I had posted on my social media because on Saturday night I had come home from softball games, like tournament, and there was a box of Crumbl on my front porch.
So nice.
And my friend Tierney had dropped him off basically saying like, good luck with your launch tomorrow, all of that with the podcast. And after that I was like, this is it. I have to put this on my favorite things list. Yeah. This is something that her and I talk about often. Like I said, we take it to friends. In fact, I would say most nights when we do like bunko or book club or whatever, we have like a plate of Crumbl cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It was fantastic. Okay. So that was my number 2, kind of number 3 based on our other one. Actually that was number 3. I'm not even remembering my numbers here.
It's fine.
Okay.
I have that effect on people.
Yes. Because I feel like we can get off topic so easily and make our way
a lot of tangents.
Well down. Yeah.
A lot of tangents that happen.
A lot of squirrels.
Yeah.
A lot of squirrels. Philosophy. Do you use philosophy at all?
No.
Like okay. I've used it for years. I love it so much.
I hear so much about it.
so the thing is it's like not like all natural, but it is like such a gentle cleanser that I have my kids use it now. They often I would say like twice a year, they do buy one, get one free. And solid. I buy the liters. Oh, yeah. Because then I get 2 liters that last me an entire year.
That's smart.
Except now that I'm letting my children use it because, they're teenagers and their skin's terrible because they sweat all the time. I
can't wait for that.
Especially when you're like, have you been washing your face? They're like, no. I'm like,
do you know who doesn't wash their face?
Hey, tell me why. Who?
My husband.
No.
Okay. That is right. Tell your husbands to wash their face.
Milo literally just told me last night, I do with water.
Yeah.
What does water do? That's why we don't wash only our hands with water. You have to wash them with soap.
Not even lotion on his face. He does nothing. And I'm like, I don't even know what to do with this. So I've ignored it. Because it's like, oh my gosh. Yeah. It's like I'm paralyzed by even how to help him at this point in life.
Well, because I feel like it makes me speechless. Like,
yes.
What?
I don't understand it.
You don't?
Yeah.
I mean, Jess had this conversation last night. Yeah. I'm like, Milo, you sweat. Like you played basketball and football yesterday, dripping sweat. If you get in the shower, all that stuff's still on your face.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember one time.
Water doesn't do it.
Yes. No.
Water doesn't do it.
So one time when I was younger, I had gone to this like youth group thing, right? And they did basically a nurse came and they did that soap where you like wash your hands with it and then rinse it off. But then if you do a UV light on it, it shows you like where you missed.
Oh, no.
Okay, right? Something like that. I will never forget that. And I love this because you and I have talked about washing your hands like a surgeon.
Oh, 100%.
Remember how you told me that?
You wash your hands. I've been trained to teach my 13-year-old stepdaughter how to wash her hands like a surgeon because water goes everywhere. And my husband, water goes everywhere. And I'm like, I don't even understand how you wash your hands. All of it is on the sink. So,
and I am the same because I
wash
get
like
them wet. Then I soap. Every time I wash my hands now, I think of you.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, I've got to really change my ways so that I don't get water everywhere. My husband has, also mentioned it to me. But anyway, after you told me that, I was dying. But either way, so they like literally you could put your hands under this UV light and it would show like where you missed it. I'm like, I want to do that with my children. Yeah. Wash your entire body.
Do you though?
I do, only from the fact that I want to be like,
look how gross.
I've been telling you for years, you're not, or like, do you wash behind your ears? No. Why? And I think maybe I think about it because I wear makeup.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm constantly like, make sure it's behind I don't know, but even just all the places you sweat.
Yeah, you should just wash your whole self.
Yes.
The whole
every
self.
Inch. Yeah.
The whole self.
So here's another analogy. When I was growing up, my mom would say, vacuum a room like you're coloring an entire piece of paper.
Yeah.
Like you have to fill in the entire thing. Yeah. You can't miss a spot.
That's like hand washing something.
Yes,
as well.
And that is exactly it with
it's
bodies
like people
too.
I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody here. If you hand wash anything and you only wash the front surface, there's a whole second side to that.
Yes.
Wash the whole thing, not just where the food was.
Yeah. Oh, that's where I'm like, like if you're doing a pan, you still have to do the bottom of the pan.
You still need to do the bottom. There's a lot of
pan.
People that don't do that.
But
I used to live with them.
Maybe I'm just a messy cook because I feel like I would have to do the sides and the bottom because I get crap everywhere.
But also it's just, think about how it goes in the dishwasher. The whole thing gets washed. So act like you were in the dishwasher.
And this is why I put everything in the dishwasher. I rarely hand wash things.
Yeah. Well, in New York City.
Yes.
Didn't have a choice.
Oh my God.
Did teach my husband how to hand wash dishes properly.
Oh, that is mind blowing actually. But we love Hadley. He's fantastic. Yes. So it's fine. Yes. Okay. My last thing on the list, because I really do want to get to chit-chatting here, is rubber Birkenstocks. I love Birkenstocks. I currently own probably, 7, 8, 9 pairs.
Yeah. Are we like
all the colors?
Just Birkenstock brand, or are we okay with dupes?
Yeah, dupes too. I'm just saying like just the rubber ones.
Oh yeah.
Where, gardening. Like how many times are you watering your flowers? And I can't, like half the time I'm like, I can't even go out and water my flowers because of what I'm currently wearing.
Yeah, well let me tell you how many pairs of these. I have an inside pair that I wear as slippers.
Perfect. Oh, I love that.
Then I have a pair by each door that when I go outside, to your point, to water plants, they get switched. Like outdoor ones at each side of the house. And I have a backup indoor pair for when the indoor ones start looking grungy.
Oh my gosh.
So I fully support that.
This is amazing.
All my children have
put this on my list, and this is something that's so personal to you.
Yeah, it is so personal to me. Yeah.
Are they all the same colors? All different colors.
White ones are for in the house.
Okay, I love that.
Black ones are for outside.
Perfect.
And the kids, they got to pick out their own, so they're like rainbow, multicolored. They're the Target ones.
Yes,
and they're incredible.
Yeah, I don't.
Do not leave them in the sun.
Oh, do they melt?
They shrink.
No way.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, so my rubber ones from actual Birkenstock don't do that. So maybe that would be my only in between of those. But yeah, my kids have had the dupes. But then when my kids got older, like my older kids, I ended up buying the actual ones because my boys wear them to like football because they don't wear their cleats to football. They wear them to football and then change when they get there. And anyway, vice versa.
I also love them. I fully support them.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah,
I started wearing them years ago and I'm like, this is the greatest. I got a pair when we went to Florida in, when was it? Like in March. They, at one of the surf shops, they had them like on clearance. I got a pair for like $25.
Yeah, they're good for everything.
Also, who's sleeping on these? How are these possibly on clearance in Florida?
Yeah. I mean, you can rinse them off and they're brand new again.
Brand new. Don't even look like they've been touched.
They're incredible.
Yeah.
I think they have so many use cases.
Yes. Okay. Yes. I love it. I love it so much. I cannot even believe how much you love those too.
Love them. I wear them through the winter.
Yes.
It's like I absolutely cannot be barefoot in the house. Drives me nuts.
Oh, okay.
I can't do it.
Actually, you're right. I'm kind of
like that too. So I'm like, what is my indoor shoe going to be? Because slippers don't have enough support. And so then I got these.
Even the UGG ones, which again, I always had dupes. And then I got a pair of UGG slippers for Christmas one year, and I was like, I can't go back because they have so much support. I feel like.
Well, maybe it's been a minute. I think I have the old ones.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think I have the new one. I don't have the new structured ones.
The new ones have.
I don't have those ones.
The bottom, like the rubber bottom.
Mine are just the more thin,
like literally just slipper.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll work on that.
Hadley, Christmas. I'll send them a message.
Yeah. I was like, who's sending the link? Me or you? That's how I get the presents.
I'll send it to you. Yeah. Then you can send it to him.
Yes. Perfect.
Okay. All right. We're jumping in because we do have to be kind of quick today. It's 12:12. We have
great.
Like 38 minutes.
8 minutes.
Perfect.
It's going to be perfect.
Okay. Let's just jump in. I want to hear. Okay. So you lived in 10. Let's just like literally finish from or like go from where we were.
Great.
So you got the job in New York doing what?
Hold on. We're going to turn this off.
Okay. Work. Is it just buzzing your back?
Just buzzing my back.
Which is good though, because I want to talk about that too.
It's also my Ring alarms for all my cameras.
Oh, yes. Which with the children too. Yeah. Oh, my kids. I'm like, I am doing the Ring doorbell battery like once a week because there's so many freaking kids at my front door.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
It's bananas.
We put a lot of new cameras up, which is great.
Yes.
But also
it
constantly buzzes. Which is fine.
Yeah.
Better safe than sorry.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Better safe than sorry.
Okay, so what? I'm sorry. Okay, what was the question? 10 years. Went off on something else.
I know. No, we're again a squirrel. No. Okay, let's start from where you got the job in 2009.
Yes, I did.
Love the story. Eating Mexican with your dad, going up to New York City for the interviews. Okay, so you got the job. What was this job? And was that the job you ended up having for those full 10 years? Or did you switch in that time?
Yeah, I did.
And you don't even have to say companies if you don't want. Just tell us kind of what you were doing. Like,
you think I actually remember the names of everything? You know me and names. I don't know anything. It's like once it's gone, it's like, I'm sorry, that's past life. Do I have to remember that?
Out the other?
I've got too much I got to store. Yeah, there's no room for that anymore. No. So I worked at a company called Kaplan Thaler Group. They were kind of a smaller women-founded run advertising agency, which in that world is very unique.
Yeah.
Not a lot of women leaders in advertising. It's a very male-dominated
which is interesting because and maybe this is like sounds really biased, but to me, in my mind, women are more creative than men. But maybe that's just because, furniture and decorating, like all the typical women stuff. But I don't know.
It's a good question. I mean, what's that show that everybody watched with the advertising?
Oh, Mad Men.
Mad Men.
Yeah.
That's
true.
A lot of men.
A lot of men.
A lot of men. And I
really,
think
the women were mostly just like secretaries in
yeah.
that show.
I think it's just, it's taken a long time for women to infiltrate and work their way up.
Okay.
We got to work harder.
Okay. I love that.
So it's fine.
Yes.
But so it was really fun.
There.
It was great. Started there in the old New York City skyline. It was one of the like most standy outy buildings. Standy outy like that.
Yes. Yes.
But so if you watch something and you see them pan over, it's in Midtown and it's got a green roof like triangle.
Ooh.
And you can see it in everything. And I thought it was so cool that my building like was in like all these movies.
Well, I'm sure like movies and pictures.
And I would always be like, that's my building.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So that's my like claim to fame.
Do you remember what that building was called? Like, I feel like when I go to New York, I want to
Worldwide Plaza.
Worldwide Plaza.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on 8th and 49th.
Oh, I love it. I haven't been to New York in like 20 years.
Yeah. I went twice in the last year. So.
I know.
And I'm trying to go.
Which I also want to hear about.
Yeah.
I want to go with you. I like it'd be so fun for you to like show me I think like what you do in New York. You know what I mean? Like
I do the same things now. Really I think having like left when I go back for a weekend, I have to be so strategic to make sure I get to all my faves.
Yes.
That I think it has really brought out like what were my favorite parts about New York, which I think makes for a good time.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I think like that'd be so fun to be with you in that time because then it's like these are the best of the best.
Yeah.
These are the places you need to eat. These are the things you need to see.
Yeah.
Plays to go to, all of that.
Yeah.
Okay. So how long were you with that company?
I was with that company for 6 years.
Okay. And do you feel like you like gained a ton of knowledge? Like for your first job out of college, were you like,
I had incredible
this
bosses.
Was mind blowing. Yeah. Okay.
I had incredible bosses. So I would say my first boss, also female, which was great. So I was on the account services side.
Okay.
So I didn't actually do the creative part.
Sure.
I did the account management, but we do all the strategy and like decide what they're going to do. But then if you
is that like the more the marketing side?
That's
then,
a little bit more the marketing side.
Okay.
But technically
it's like the numbers and
okay. Yeah. It's, it's been fun. I feel like in a lot of my roles, I've gotten to create kind of hybrid roles where I get to work really closely with the creative team.
Yeah.
And I can speak their language and understand and try to, I can help explain things to them in a different way that most marketers can't.
Which really makes you so good at what you do.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it gives me a little bit of an edge.
That's
fantastic. If I do say so myself.
Yes. No, 100%. Because I feel like as you're explaining this, I'm like, you know enough to be dangerous. Like, know.
We try.
We
try.
That's fantastic. Yeah. Okay, so 6 years at that company.
6 years at that company, went through really great brands. I had really incredible bosses. Like I said, my first one, I would say she was pretty hard on me, but like in a nurturing way, in like I see so much potential in you. I am going to push you.
Like I can push you. Yeah.
And it would be really silly things, or what I thought at the time were to be silly, just out of school. It would be like the columns in this Excel spreadsheet are not all the same.
Okay.
And it'd be like this, you see this, you can clean this up and it can like look better.
Yeah.
Like how to put a presentation together.
So almost like details.
And exactly. It's like I became so detail oriented in every single task I did because I would be like, what is she going to call out on this? Yeah. That I started to become the person like, oh, she's just not going to miss a thing.
Cool.
Which also, it really helps you.
I was going to say, gives you an edge.
Yeah. So it was like,
and that's
now
when
I
love
work with my people, I'm always like, hey, this is great. And let's,
let's make
tweak
it the best.
Let's make it the best. Like if our CMO is going to look at this, it should look flawless. I want the font the same. Yeah. I want the same size. I want the color. I want the alignment perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know it sounds insane, but the next time you do something, you're going to end up starting to look at all the little details.
Yeah. And I feel like too, we talk so much about like the different relationships in our lives that like kind of create who we are. And that's just as much true in work. Yeah. Like I feel like there's people that I worked with that, totally changed the way I worked. Like back when I was doing like technology stuff, because I was an account manager for 11 years.
Yeah, you were.
And it's, like you really do start to learn like, oh, and if I start this way, I won't have to go back and change it later.
That's exactly right.
I feel like, and that's
it takes
where
more time now.
Processes.
Yes.
Yeah. It's putting processes in place for sure.
And the higher up, the farther up the chain you go, the more important I see it.
Yes.
And the more flawless your stuff.
Yeah. The more you stand out.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
Okay. So I was there for 6 years. During that time, I switched managers to what I would call my mentor. He became my like full mentor. He took me under his wing, brought me along to like a different company, always made sure I was taken care of.
Really?
You know, he was the one.
Wait, so did you start at that first company together? Then he took you to a different company?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So, you know, once you find your mentor, hang on.
Yes.
Because they don't come around super often.
No.
You're not going to have people that go to bat for you like that.
I was just going to say, and that's exactly what I was going to say, is that especially when you find someone who is willing to take you along with them and to bring you to and to basically show you, hey, this is how it needs to be done. Yes.
You will fast track your career because they will be giving you the opportunities because they know you can handle them without, they can vouch for you.
Oh, I love that.
Which is awesome.
That's so cool. So do you still stay in touch with him?
Yes. We talk. I mean, he's now CEO of his own company. He's a little busy.
Wow. Okay.
But, you know.
Clearly he knew what he was doing.
I do, from time to time, call upon him to get advice on how to, you know,
handle things.
Have different conversations. And, you know, my claim to fame with him is I did not let a year go by without walking to his office with an entire case on how and why I needed a raise.
Like you literally went to his office and told him that every day?
Every single year at like almost like 2 the day, I'd be like, hey, it's time to have the raise conversation.
Which is amazing because I feel like the old school mentality, you and I have talked about this, is you just sit back, let them see your work, and then it will come to you.
Yes.
It's like, that is not true.
The new age
especially
world,
now.
Yeah. I mean, and I would say,
to ask for it.
Even in the past, I would say you would get it eventually.
Sure, but it may take 5 years instead of 1.
Yes, I would say this is what everybody should be doing anyways.
Yes.
It's like show up, prove yourself, and then go ask for what you deserve. And
I think also setting some like guidelines of like, hey, if I do X, Y, and Z, this is why I deserve to have a raise.
It's the expectations. Like set the expectations.
Yeah.
Or even better, do the job first and then show up and say, hey, this is what I'm currently getting paid for. This is the new things that I'm doing. I want to be paid for all of this now.
Okay. Do you feel like that's just who you are with your personality?
Or
do you feel like one of your people taught you that?
I think he taught me to be comfortable doing it.
Okay.
Because he welcomed it.
Yes.
And he didn't,
because he probably was like, oh, let's talk about it.
Yes.
Like, I'm ready.
Absolutely. Okay. And he also was like, well, obviously I'm going to try to do everything I can because you're valuable.
Yes.
And I don't want to lose you.
And I don't want to lose you. Yes.
And so, I mean, you have to walk the walk.
Yeah.
You can't just go in and ask for the raise.
You can't just go in if you're like, actually, I haven't done anything new or I haven't done anything more than I was doing last year.
Exactly. You kind of have to be extraordinary.
Sure.
Like anytime in this day and age that you're going and going to be
asking,
have the gumption to walk in and ask for a raise, you should have the facts ready.
Yeah.
I usually put together, like 12-page documents. It's fine.
NBD, just 12 pages.
It's fine.
This is why I deserve a raise in 12 pages.
Yeah. Usually there's some stat about inflation and cost of living.
Definitely. Yep. Uh-huh. And that's where I just wish it wasn't though, like where you do have to go in every single year and ask because it should be a yearly thing, like inflation. It should. Right?
Absolutely should.
That should just be a given. And then it's like, on top of that, this is what I've done for you. This is why I deserve a raise.
Exactly right. Should be like that.
Yes.
But that would cost the companies more money.
Yeah. We're going to change some lives here.
We're going to change some lives.
We're going to start a movement of women asking for raises. Yes. Every year, you guys, every 365.
Every 365. Even if they say no, they at least in their back of their mind know that it's on your mind.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. But I also think, and granted, I don't love confrontation. I'm not a huge, I'm not great at it, maybe I would say. But I think too, what's the worst that they can say?
Exactly. No. The worst they can say is no.
It's not like they're going to be like, you're fired, because you're just asking a question.
Yeah. And then it really makes you look in the mirror if they say no of like,
okay,
is this the right opportunity for me?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. It's like, is it a possibility or do I need to look for something else?
No, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. So then after that.
Yeah. So he took me to another agency. So while I was at the first one is where I met my husband.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. We worked on the same floor of this building.
Okay.
For 3 years before we met. Never once met.
You never even seen him in the hall?
No, and this is a company of 100 people, so it wasn't a ton of people.
And you worked in the same company at the same company?
Same company on the same floor. They had 2 floors, and we worked on the same floor, literally down the hall from each other.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so where did you run into him?
So we met like the week of our Christmas party. He got pulled in to run one of our productions. He's a producer and like film director.
Okay.
So he was doing one of our commercials.
Oh my gosh.
And, I saw him in a meeting. And
you're like, who's this guy?
And I'm like, who is this? Yeah, literally, I'm like, who is this? Never heard of him before.
I did the same thing with my husband. We also worked together, and I was like, who is that? Yeah. Like walking down the hall.
I immediately, my first thought was, he probably has some like cool hipster Brooklyn girlfriend.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah. He does seem like, but I think you're way better.
Yeah. And, timing would have been terrible if we had met before. So it was, and then we had the Christmas party at the end of the week, and it was bowling, and we've been dating ever since.
No way.
Yeah. Christmas party.
Oh my gosh.
New York City Christmas party.
So does he say the same though, that like he saw you in that meeting? Or did he not remember seeing you maybe until the Christmas
he had
party?
So I kind of like ignored the whole thing. Okay. Because I was on this kick of like, I'm doing me. I'm focusing on me. Yep. I don't need a man.
As soon as we say that, that's as soon as you find a man.
Yeah. So I was just like, it was a thought. I let it go. Okay. I was going to the Christmas party having fun with my friends.
Yes.
And what I didn't know is that we got our lane assignments assigned by from HR. They were just like, here's your lanes.
Oh, perfect.
And he switched with somebody to be in the lane next to me, but I didn't know that till after.
But he really did that, like, on
and then he was like, and then you ignored me the whole time, and I was like, well, I wasn't really there to hang out with you.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Then we went out till 4 a.m.
Oh my gosh.
Because that's what you do in New York.
Because that's what you do in New York.
You stay out till the bars close at 4.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was good.
I love this. I can't believe I've not heard this story.
Yeah, it was a time.
Okay, so you met him. Tell me, and were you still at that same company with your mentor when you decided to move to Utah? For Chatbooks.
No, I had it was
another company after that.
He had my mentor had moved to a different company. We had gotten bought by a larger advertising company.
Yeah.
And it just got very political, and the vibe changed, as it does. It went from like small family feel kind of vibe. Everybody's like friends, hang out, we got your back, to just like big monstrosity.
You're just a number.
You're just a number. And I was just like, this isn't really my vibe.
Yeah.
So when my mentor left, he was like, give me a few months.
I'll find something for you.
Yeah, I'll find something for you. So he brought me over, and that was a little bit of a shift, because I was going from ad agency land to they were a content creation back in they're very
that would be very, very early stages.
Very early stages of just like building an SEO into your blog posts, and we would actually put together blog and website strategy for brands to get more organic search and organic eyeballs onto their pages. Wow. And so my main client was hilariously enough Hilton Grand Vacations, which is my parents'
Yes,
timeshare.
I know. I was just gonna say, like, your parents have that.
So then it was like, ooh, I'm like, I helped produce that magazine.
Oh my gosh!
And then
this is why I think you're so freaking cool, though. Like, guys, she's done a million things.
I had fun. I have some fun brands. And then Staples randomly.
Oh. Staples and Hilton Grand Vacation. Yeah. Those are like so different.
Yeah, and that was only there. I mean, I had Champion, which Champion started up and coming when I was just got off of the brand.
Yeah.
And so that was fun because
it was like not cool for a long time, and now it's freaking.
I'd like to say that I'm part of the reason it's cool again.
I'm going to say that too.
Yeah, we're just going to go with that. Yes. It's fine.
You helped make Champion what it is today.
Yes, I did. Yeah, that would be mostly not all of me, but
perfect. Yes. Yeah, little hand.
A little hand.
Okay.
A little hand.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then I was working at that company until I came to Utah.
Okay. And from what I understand, so Hadley has a daughter that was living here in Utah. And so that was kind of made like, hey, we're thinking about moving to Utah. So then you started looking for something different?
So this was another one of those, like, the cards just fell into place where we knew eventually we wanted to end up here.
Okay.
I wanted to have kids. I did not want to have kids in the city. Honestly, I'm going to be honest, by
so hard.
By year 9, I was kind of done with the city.
Interesting.
It kind of wears on you.
Okay.
It's, sometimes you just don't want to spend 40 minutes on the subway with smelly people.
Yeah. I
or
can see
squish
that.
like sardines, or
that's my thing, is like, it's the amount of people.
Yeah, it wore on me. I was kind of done. So I was just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Okay. If we're doing it, let's just start thinking about it.
Because you dated for how many years then before you even moved out here? Because you weren't even engaged when you first moved out here.
We started dating in December 2011. And then I moved out here at the end of 2017. So 6 years almost to the day. Okay. To when we started dating to when I moved here.
Okay. Yeah.
So it was a long time.
Yeah. And then you got engaged within just a few months after you moved here, didn't you?
Yeah, it was like 6 months.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. And that was a little bit of being like, we're getting old.
Well, and you were like,
we want kids.
You bought a house together.
The year before that.
Yeah.
So we'd already been coming out for, a week, a month. Yeah. And so it was kind of like, what are we doing?
Yes.
So I wasn't actively looking, but a friend of ours in the city, back when Facebook was the shining star.
Yep.
Said, somebody we know just posted this job at Chatbooks, and they just happened to be located in Provo, Utah. And I was like, all right, let's see what happens, because I literally had no idea what I was going to do in this place. And I didn't want to work in Salt Lake because I didn't want to commute. And so I was like, this is perfect. This is Provo. This is where we have to live.
Yes, totally.
So we were like, let's see what happens. And,
and you got it.
I'm going to be honest. It was a demotion for me.
Okay.
But it was a foot in the door to
potential move up too, right?
Yes. So it was kind of like, okay, this can get me to Utah, and cost of living is less. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
And it sounded like I could the team was small. I could kind of make this into whatever opportunity I wanted.
Okay.
So
I feel like you have.
I definitely have. Yeah. I hope nobody from Chatbooks is listening to this. I have done and created what I have wanted to do.
Yeah.
For so long that it's really fun now.
Yeah.
Totally. Because it's all the parts that I like.
Yeah.
And it makes so much sense for the business, but also I don't think I'd ever find this job anywhere else.
Yeah.
So I'm probably setting myself up for absolute just pure disappointment at some point in my career, but right now we're just riding the wave.
Yeah, but that's where I guess I think it's so cool, and why I wanted to even chat about Chatbooks. We have 8 minutes, but because I feel like because I did meet you as soon as you came out here, you were working with Tara at Chatbooks, you were doing something different, and then I've seen you over the last 6 years move up into this role, and each year take on more or make changes or whatever, with your immediate team, and it's been amazing to see what you've been able to do.
Yeah, I do. It takes a certain personality to enjoy that.
Yeah.
Nobody is telling me what my job is on a regular basis, even at this point.
You have to
figure it out. You have to be proactive and find the holes and find the needs and fill them. Okay. And it's a constant just re-looking at everything and optimizing all the time.
Which clearly you're so good at.
Yeah. I also don't mind taking on random things that come up, because I see them as I'm showing my value, I'm showing my worth, and we all know I'm probably walking into somebody's office asking for a raise at some point. So
every 365, basically. But Chatbooks is still thriving, right? I mean,
Chatbooks
if you don't know what Chatbooks is, then you're living under a rock, because Chatbooks has been around for, how many years now?
10.
Like I said,
this is our 10 years. This is our 10 years. Yeah, and I've been with them 6.5. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's been great. People are always like, I can't believe you've been at the company for 6.5 years. I'm like, this is my second time being at a company for 6 years.
6.5 years. Yeah. But that's where it's interesting, because again, I keep mentioning talking with my friend Emily last week about different jobs and people staying, and because I love change. I like to be kind of moving and shaking and doing all the things, and I think you've had that change as you've gone through your job.
Yes.
So it doesn't feel like you've been there for a long time.
No, it's constantly changing.
Yeah, you could be at a company for 20 years and be like, actually, I've done 75 different things.
Yes.
So it doesn't feel like, I've just been stuck in the same job for my whole life.
That's exactly right, and I think you get that from a startup. Yeah. It's just there's so much opportunity to explore different areas and different things. I would say it's also super gritty, and you have to be proactive, and you have to be able to just be nobody's telling you what your job is because nobody even knows
what the job needs to be.
Exactly.
Yeah, totally.
So you do have to be a certain personality, but I would say I've worked at a lot of companies.
Yes.
I have a lot to compare it to.
Sure.
And no company is perfect, but like Chatbooks, I would say from a culture, how they treat their employees, how they take care of them,
yes,
is as close to that as I have found.
Which is amazing.
The grass is not greener anywhere else.
And I feel like, but it goes with the saying, if the grass is greener, then water your own grass.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Because I feel like a lot of times in jobs, you just have to kind of change your mindset or do something a little different. Do something to change your situation around you.
Yes.
Yeah. No, yes. I love that. And I've had a couple of cousins work there now, and with you as well. I've heard nothing but great things about Chatbooks.
It's a wonderful place. I mean, I think it was one of those things where I didn't know how long I would be there. I really didn't know a lot going into it.
Yeah.
And it was a completely different role from what I had done before, from the respect of I was at advertising agencies where we would have clients. People would hire us to do stuff for them. And now I was coming into basically an in-house agency kind of situation.
Where you were only working with one brand.
Only working with Chatbooks.
Yeah.
And then I was also trying to figure out how to basically create like a little in-house advertising and marketing group to help, get the word out, get all of our assets done. Yeah. Everything was happening right there, which was very new.
But again, which is really cool because over the years, you guys have come out with the Christmas cards. You guys have done so many cool things.
Let me tell you about those Christmas cards.
Tell me about the Christmas cards.
Because I love to tell people about this. Every single one of those Christmas cards had to be manually uploaded with like 14 different fields.
No.
And me and one other person did 98% of them. One Christmas I just spent before we launched. Yeah, it was like 2018.
Was it because there wasn't a software in place yet?
No, that is just how it works. Because so much has to be able to be customized.
Now I feel like I don't love them as much.
Oh my gosh.
I love getting Christmas cards. I do not send out Christmas cards.
It was a really big, I think it was an incredible learning experience for the entire company.
Yes.
To be like, what are the types of products that we want to have and maintain?
Yeah.
That one was so challenging because it was just so
time consuming.
But, every once in a while I'm like, well, that Christmas card you printed, I uploaded that.
I had a huge hand in your Christmas cards. Oh my gosh. That's wild.
Yeah, it's a wild time.
Oh,
but like I said, things change.
Yes.
Like one year I was launching Christmas cards.
Uploading Christmas cards and
Yeah. And now I'm,
oh my gosh,
operating things.
And this is the other thing. Because you are this corporate, wonderful woman, you do have to get back to a meeting. It's already 12:38.
We have 10 more minutes. It's fine.
Oh, 10 more minutes?
Yeah, 10 more
sure?
minutes. Yeah, I'm just going to call. Guys, I'm just going to call it. It's fine.
Okay. Because I'm like, I really want to make sure I don't screw up your schedule today. Okay, then I want to talk about your wedding.
Yes, let's talk about my great wedding.
Because once again, Ashley is such a creative. Like, you really are, you have such great ideas. You got married. Well, so it was the end of 2019, right?
2018.
Oh, 2018.
Yeah, we got engaged in July and married in September. So I had a solid August. October, I guess. October. End of.
Because I was thinking
it was beginning of October.
Oh, beginning of October. Because I was trying to remember. I was
I had 3 full months to plan it.
Yes. Which honestly, that's all I took too. I got engaged the end of February.
I just can't.
Early March, and then it was the end of May. Well, why? That's my thing. Is I'm like, if you're gonna do it, just freaking do it. You don't need that much time to plan it out.
Yeah, we were, and I think it's one of those things too. It's the priority of how we wanted to spend our funds.
Yes,
is we were saving up to have a down payment on a
bigger house. Yes.
And it was kind of one of those things my parents were like, you have this, we gave your brother this much, you can have this much. It was not very much money. So it was great. That is the budget.
Yes, perfect.
Not a dollar more.
Keep that, yes. Not a dollar.
All in. Clothes, travel, all in.
Oh my gosh.
Venue, all the things. Yes. So then we started thinking okay, we don't have a lot of friends in Utah at this point.
Yeah. Yep.
Because it's actually hard making friends as an adult. Fun fact.
Okay, I just talked about this too. But I feel like you're good at it though. Because basically all I said was you have to put out what you want them to give back to you.
Yes.
Right? Like,
yes.
But you are good at like, I mean, you have a good couple of friends that you're like, you'll invite them out for drinks or invite them to dinner or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think it also is like Utah's, the transition from New York to Utah was also just a very,
I'm sure,
different, even just like
probably
the
like
things that you would do from like work, the separation of like work and home
totally
does not exist in New York.
Yeah.
It's like you hang out with the people you work with outside of work.
Yes. And it's not like that
because
here.
you are working all the time.
Yeah.
And so you have like built-in friends.
Yeah. Totally.
At the place you work.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's there and it's great. And then you come here and people are like 5 o'clock and they're like, they're out and you're like, oh my gosh. Like,
well, because your kids have sports and like all the things.
Yeah.
I also think different seasons of life.
Different seasons.
Because right now you're in the thick of it.
I'm in the thick of
you
it.
have little kids.
Yeah.
And they require a lot. I mean, mine require a lot of driving,
yeah.
right?
But like, just require a lot of energy.
Yes, a lot of energy, and like you have to help them make dinner. Like my kids, I can be like, find your own dinner, you know?
Yeah,
type of a thing.
Yeah, everything's done.
Yeah,
yeah. So okay, back to the weddings. That's more exciting.
So I mean, basically,
2018. We didn't have any friends, so we were like, what is this? What are we trying to do with this?
Yes.
What is the goal of this? And it was like to get married. Okay. And I was like, okay, great. So let's just do it. Like, we're in Utah. Let's take advantage of it. Mm-hmm. We do like to drink, and in Utah where we are, there's not a lot of places to do that. So we would, and there's not a lot of places on Sundays open. And we would usually stay till Monday when we were coming to visit.
Oh, okay.
And so Sundays was always like, where are we going? Sundance. We went up to Sundance most Sundays.
Okay.
So Sundance kind of became our,
I didn't know that's why
place.
you chose it.
Yeah. So it was like, how do you do Sundance on a budget?
And that's what I was going to say. She literally got married on the top of a mountain.
Yes. So
they hiked up.
We hiked up a mountain. Yeah. Yeah. We got, one of my friends from work was like, I have the spot for you. Yeah. I have never shared the coordinates to the spot because it is that amazing. But as your wedding present, I will share the coordinates.
Share those. Yeah.
So they shared the coordinates. She shared the coordinates. We went and looked at it. I had no backup plan. It was the week before the wedding. So we were like, hopefully it's good.
Yes.
It was incredible.
It was incredible. So I wasn't there. I just saw the pictures after, but it was incredible.
Yeah, it was incredible. And it was super small. So before socially distanced weddings were a thing.
Yep.
We started that trend. I would like to say.
Really, truly, because you guys only had like what, 30 people at your wedding?
Oh no, we had 12.
I guess I'm thinking.
You're thinking of we did have a party.
Yes, because you did have a party in California.
Yeah. Okay. But the actual like wedding itself was just our parents. I had my maid of honor. Your
cousin was there.
Which is my cousin. Yeah. I had my brother. He had his maid. He had his best man, who was actually our officiant as well.
Oh yes, that's right. Okay.
And that was it.
Yeah.
So it was super small. We brought, cake on the mountain. We had a cake on the mountain that my mom made, which my mom does really good cake, so it's fine. It was good.
Julie's a jack of all trades. She does everything. She can even tile a bathroom.
She can, yes. And then we had
literally completely landscape your yard.
Yes, yeah. She does everything.
Yes,
yeah. She's amazing. Julie of all trades.
She's the Julie of all trades. That's a great idea. Maybe I'm going to name this podcast "The Julie of All Trades."
So we did cake, and we brought champagne on the mountain. Did the whole wedding. We told our officiant, he's one of our best friends. We asked him the night before the wedding to write our vows, because I decided at the last minute I didn't want to write my vows. I was like, actually, this is like I'm trying to phone this in.
No, I can't. Yeah.
I want this to be amazing, but I'm not interested in putting any more effort into this. Perfect. So can you write the vows? So he, to his credit, 10 p.m. the night before the wedding, wrote amazing vows for us.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah. They're so good.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it was really good.
Are they written down somewhere? Do you have them?
Yeah, he typed them up and sent them and was like, hey, how does this feel for you guys? And it was really nice because we had we didn't want it to have any, religion. So it was all how do you kind of make it really special without involving religion? Totally. And he nailed it. Oh, yeah, he did a really good job.
That.
Yeah. So he did great. But yeah, that threw him for the for 11th hour.
If you call it, I've been like, no. I'm just gonna tell you, no.
Yeah, he was game. He did great.
That's amazing.
Yep. And then
but you had the most amazing dress. Yeah, you wore a fur shawl.
Yeah. Yeah, it was faux. It was not even fur. It was fuzzy. It was just really soft, fuzzy. I don't know if it was silk or It was an incredible material.
Like it was fur.
And I got that at the last minute. Like October around here is hit or miss.
Remember that.
It's either freezing or gorgeous.
Yes.
And you never know what you're going to get. And it ended up snowing on our wedding day.
That's right.
And it was like, I'm sorry, it's October 4th.
Yeah, because I had to drive to Park City.
You did.
To do your hair and makeup.
Yep.
So did I do your cousins as well? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think you did everyone.
That's what I mean. I feel like I did.
You did everyone.
Touch up on at least on everyone. That was so fun because it was the Hilden Grand in Park City.
Yes, it was.
It was fantastic. That condo situation was beautiful. It was perfect, It was like those windows overlooking.
Yeah.
Like it was amazing.
But that was free because it was a timeshare.
Yes.
And then our flowers, another hot tip for everybody out there, you can order bulk flowers on Costco and pick them up. So our flowers...
Wait, like just from their online website? And then they're like delivered to whatever store you want to get them at?
And then you just pick them up. So we got like the wildflower blend. And then my mother-in-law and my mom put together all of the bouquets and the boutonnieres the morning of the wedding.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And then we reused everybody's like stuff and put them on vases on the table because then we just had dinner at the tree room at Sundance.
That's right. Yeah.
And they saved their special library room for us, and we spent the night there eating and drinking, and then went over to the Owl Bar.
Oh, you did?
As our like little after party. And it was like just like me and Hadley and my cousin who was my maid of honor, her husband, and his best man and his wife.
Yeah.
And there was a live band there that night.
Oh my gosh.
And so they played a song for us for our first dance.
Oh.
Everybody was buying us drinks.
This is so dreamy.
And the best is, this was back in the day when Robert Redford still owned it, and you were not allowed to take pictures.
What?
Because he wanted to keep the privacy of people who came. Because celebrities sometimes go in, and he wanted everybody to feel extremely just like comfortable in the Owl Bar. Owl Bar specifically.
Yeah.
No pictures were allowed to be taken, but if you asked the bartender, they had a Polaroid camera, and you could get one Polaroid.
No.
So because we were a larger group, they only had two. That's it. That's
so do you have them? Where are those at?
They're in my chapbook.
Okay, I was like, make sure you save those.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, it was a great night.
I was hoping you were going to say there was a celebrity there.
If there was,
you didn't.
I didn't care.
Yeah, you were partying.
I was just having fun. It was great.
That's what I mean. I will post pictures of,
my
your
dress.
wedding because your dress and everything was amazing. Oh no, I remember this.
I ordered my dress because we were leaving for Australia like 3 days after we got engaged.
Yeah.
And when we were going for 2 weeks. And so when I came back, I was kind of like, there's going to be no time to figure this out. And I was kind of panicking on the dress.
Which the reason her husband is from Australia.
Yes.
Okay.
We were going to visit family. Yes.
Yeah.
And I went on to, apparently it's Beholden, but I used to call it BHLDN by Anthropology. It's their like wedding.
I was going to say,
wedding line.
I don't know what that is. Okay.
Yeah. And when you order the dresses, you can get them. They do overnight delivery for free if you like order over a certain amount. And I ordered 3 dresses.
Oh, so yeah, you got
and I tried on the first one.
Yeah,
because I wanted to know like going in if I had a backup dress.
Yes.
And I tried on the first one, and I was like, oh, I kind of love this by myself in my room. Like, did not have the wedding experience at my home. Yep. And I was like, oh, I kind of like this.
That's amazing.
And it was great. I ended up going into a boutique and trying on other dresses that were astronomically more expensive. Because this was under $1,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think even mine, I've been married 18 years, and mine was like $1,100.
Yeah. This was like probably $700 or $800.
Wow.
If that.
Yeah.
Got the shoes on there flat.
Yes.
Got like little peep toe gold shoes.
They were so cute.
And then I wore Chucks on the mountain.
Yes, that's right.
With velvet laces.
Yes.
I did elevate them.
You are like the epitome of Converse.
Yes, I do love Converse.
I love all of your Converse.
Yeah, the Converse was one of those weird things where I think back in the day I didn't think I was cool enough to wear them.
Yeah.
And then one day my now husband was like, just wear them.
Yeah.
And then I was like, that became like my whole personality.
Yes.
Is Converse.
Yeah, but I feel like it does. I mean, like I said, you literally wore them for your wedding. I feel like most times I see you, you have multiple different options.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're so cute. And
yeah,
I agree. It's like you're totally, like 100% your personality.
They're now my personality. Yeah.
I love it.
Which is fine. But yeah, our wedding was great. And then we had a party in California, which was a little, more expensive than the mountaintop.
Mountaintop. Yeah.
Yeah. But and our photographer was like an up and coming wedding photographer, which now I'm sure he costs a heck of a lot more because he does all sorts of travel destination weddings and stuff now. But he was just trying to get stuff in his portfolio.
Yeah.
And it was like a friend, his wife was their babysitter.
Oh.
At the time.
Yes.
And we got him for the entire day for $500.
Oh my God. There's thousands now.
Yeah. $500. And we got like 700 photos edited.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And they're the best photos.
Oh, that's what I think that's why your wedding stands out so much in my mind.
Yeah.
Because once you sent me the photos, I was like, what?
Yeah. No, that entire thing was done budget.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It was incredible.
That's amazing.
It was incredible.
That's amazing. Yeah.
I think Hadley's suit was the most expensive thing, and his shoes.
And his shoes.
And I literally was like, your suit cost more than my entire ensemble.
Yeah. Did he do jacket. A custom?
Yeah, he did a custom.
Was it kind of a brown color?
His tie it was blue. Okay. It was navy blue.
I'm trying to remember what.
Or it wasn't even navy blue. It was like this like nice like in between like a turquoise and a navy. It was a little bit brighter than a navy.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I'm trying to remember.
His tie was like yellow.
Yours didn't stand out as much in my mind.
No. But it was great, and
yeah,
it was fun, and
my gosh,
it was pretty low stress.
Probably one of my favorite weddings I've ever done.
Yeah, it was just chill.
But that's why. And I think too, though, even like with your hair and makeup, because your hair was short, we did like a half up thing. Like your makeup was just like a little bit more enhanced than what you typically do. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I just felt like everything, it just felt so good. And I think it is because it was like more chill for sure.
It was just chill. There was no like timeline. I mean, there kind of was, I guess.
Yeah, because you were like just trying to get up onto the mountain before it really got crazy snowy.
Yeah. And we had cute umbrella, clear umbrella.
Yeah.
It was great.
I know.
I loved it.
It was fantastic. Yeah. It was so good.
Yeah.
Oh,
but it was only so good because I looked good.
Yes. Well, and I think that because we did just a little bit more enhanced, you just felt, like you're like, okay, I'm done. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Like this is fantastic.
Yeah. It was great.
You're amazing.
Thank you so much.
I really I know that you're my client, but like I genuinely consider you a friend.
You did take wallpaper off.
Yes, I know. Like we didn't even get to talk about your renovation. I wanted to talk about that too. They renovated. It was the 70s, or no? It was originally built in the 50s.
1957 or 67. Yeah. Now I don't know.
Because I was thinking it was
one of the
late 50s because then they redid part of it in the 70s.
Yeah, they did redo part of it. Oh man.
Yeah, my Ruby and I, we went and helped take wallpaper off
a lot of wallpaper.
I
mean, that was 1 month before COVID. That was in February.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That was fun. Renovating during COVID was a good time.
But then I've been back to the house a few times. It's amazing. You guys have done a fantastic job.
Yeah, we will have an entire podcast on this because I will toot my own horn on this one from like the people come in and they're like, oh, did you have a designer? And I'm like, that would be me. I've trained my whole life for this.
Yes, I've trained
How many episodes of HGTV?
Ashley's Olympics.
Yes. How many HGTV shows can you watch in your lifetime?
Yeah. But it really did, like, even from the, like, when you walk in with the door and how it was like it was literally full 50s where it had like the rock garden thing and when you walked in the front door.
Yeah, the like atrium thing.
Yes.
Yeah. No, you have to have a lot of vision.
There's so many cool things that were in that house. And I tell everyone every time I see you at the salon about the bathtub in your master bathroom. It was literally like 3 feet below the floor. Like you stepped down into it.
Yeah. We kept the one in the kids.
Well, and the one in the kids is still like that.
Still like that.
Yeah. It is. Okay. So next time you come. Yeah. We're going to do just a full episode on the renovation.
That's great. I love that.
And then we could do I could guide them just to your page because you have a whole highlight on it, right?
I do. I mean, it's pretty boring, but.
No, it's fantastic. I feel like any pictures are great pictures.
I mean, looking back, I wish I had done a few more before and afters.
Yes.
I'm like, I remember what it looked like, but nobody else does.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Do you even have pictures from when you first bought the house though?
So.
Because those would be
I think we have some of those. I think we have some of the ones from the listing.
Yeah, from the listing.
Yeah. And then our realtor, as our like present, came in and did a whole 360 like virtual dollhouse walkthrough.
of
the house. Yeah, before we did anything. So now we're like, I would say we're done enough where we're gonna have him come back.
Yes,
soon and have him do the after.
Should.
And so we can have the 2 dollhouses side by side.
Oh my gosh!
I call them dollhouses because they're like look like little dollhouses.
Yeah,
because that's how they do houses now.
Yes, totally.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So he did one of those for us for the before. So we'll do the after.
So you do have, it's just like not in picture form. Yeah. It's like in video form.
Yeah. It's in like, but you can like walk
But your kitchen is fantastic. Like the cab, like.
It turned out really well.
Yes.
Yeah. And I would like to say the wet room in your bathroom, we did that before all the shows were doing it.
Yes. Yes.
I would like to say we also started that trend.
Yes.
People thought our construction
where did you get that from? Like, do you remember?
No, I think in my mind I was like, why couldn't you do this?
Very European to me.
Yeah, yeah. Well, in Germany, everything was very open, and in most of the places that my parents looked at, like the shower and the toilet and everything were just all exposed, and it was all a huge wet room.
Okay.
So everything could get soaked.
So they were kind of doing it.
So they were kind of doing it there. Sure. I mean, obviously I didn't want my toilet in there, but I was like, we don't have enough space. I have to have a bathtub. I bathe multiple times a week.
Okay.
That's my chill time.
I don't bath.
Yeah.
I only
Some
shower.
people, and some people, that's like not, for me, it was
but we have a hot tub.
Yeah.
So to us, I'm like, I get in the hot tub.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
I just don't want anybody to talk to me. So the hot tub is more social. It's like inviting and I'm like, stay out.
Yeah, there's definitely times where I go outside and I like want to sit in the hot tub and read my book. And then all of a sudden the kids come and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going to go inside.
Yes. So it had to have a bathtub. Yeah. And so it was like, I just was like, how are we going to lay this out? And I just started drawing different designs. And it was like, I think if we put the bathtub in the shower and just make a wall of glass, it will fit. It'll be great.
Make it work.
You can make it work. Everybody was a little bit like, is this going to work? Yes. I don't know. And then that you see it on literally every single show now.
Yep. Yes.
And it's like, and everybody's like, oh, wet room. How did you think of that? I'm like,
because I was the before.
Because I did it.
The before.
Because I'm so popular. I have 150 followers, and let me tell you, my engagement is always 75%. And like, I only keep the true followers.
Yes. But you do have such a good creative mind for stuff like that.
Yeah, I do enjoy it.
So we do need to do an entire podcast on that.
We'll do it. It's been fun.
Okay. Well, thank you again for coming.
Thank you.
We are really going to just cut this
off. I hope this works out great.
This is going to be fantastic.
Good.
Now I really can't think of calling it anything else but the Julie of all trades. So tell your mom it's an ode to her. Because we really do. We love Julie.
We would not be here without Julie.
No, we would not.
She is the only reason we have survived. She comes in and swoops in and fixes everything. All of my apartments.
Oh my gosh, the lighting, she's even put hardware on. She's done so many things.
We painted the cabinets in all of my New York apartments.
Yes.
We put backsplashes in.
Oh my gosh.
We did all the things you're not supposed to do because, newsflash, they don't give you back your deposit anyways.
Oh, geez.
So you might as well live how you want to live.
Perfect.
Yeah. But she does that. She does it all. Her vision is the reason that I have vision.
Yes. That's probably true.
Which is very true. So
she's like the original Martha Stewart.
She's the original Martha Stewart. And then my dad is the reason why people at work call me difficult. So that's a story. That's the stories for the next time.
But I do feel like it's a good difficult.
It's a good difficult.
Just know
Here's the thing. One time, I think this was in New York, my feedback from my review was, people are saying you're difficult.
Oh.
And I said, oh, cool. Let's elaborate on that. What do you mean? They elaborated on some stuff. And I was like, okay, now let me ask you a question. Would you ever tell a man that he was difficult doing those same things?
Yeah.
You would say he's a go-getter, he's strong, he's smart, he's proactive. Yep. And I'm like, but I'm a woman and you called me difficult. I think I got a raise.
Oh, yeah. I hope you did.
Yeah. I think that was one of those 100%,
moments. Because guess what? A lot of that is because it's a woman questioning a man too.
Yes. Yes.
I've also seen things in my corporate job, years ago that it was very, very similar.
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Well, you're the best.
Thank you so much.
You'll come on again, and we'll let you get to your meetings.
Okay.
All right.